Look, this is a really interesting type of ship. From a distance, you might think it's a ferry or even a cruise ship. I mean, it's big, it's white, and it's sailing across the ocean with confidence. But it's not. This, my friends, is a livestock ship. Yes, a floating farmyard on a grand scale. That's right. Instead of vacationing tourists sipping cocktails, this ship is filled with cows, sheep, and sometimes even goats. So, while the passengers aren't exactly sunbathing, they're definitely along for the ride. Livestock vessels, or cattle carriers, are specially designed ships that transport live animals across the globe. Think of them as the luxury liners of the livestock world, though the passengers might not agree. These ships play a crucial role in the global livestock trade, allowing farmers and producers to move animals between countries and continents efficiently. But why, you ask? Why put Bessie the cow on a ship and send her halfway around the world? Well, the answer lies in the global demand for meat, dairy, and livestock products. Countries like Australia, New Zealand, and Brazil are major exporters, sending animals to places like the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and even Europe. Now, let's talk about the technical side because these ships are marvels of modern engineering. A typical livestock vessel can carry anywhere from a few thousand to tens of thousands of animals at a time. These ships are designed with multiple decks, with each deck specially fitted to accommodate different types of animals. On the top deck, you might have cattle, while sheep and goats might be hanging out on the lower levels. Each deck is equipped with advanced ventilation systems to ensure that the animals have fresh air, even in the middle of the ocean. And let's not forget the water and feed systems. These ships are basically floating farms. The feed is stored in silos on board, and water is either carried or desalinated from the sea. Talk about a well-stocked buffet. Now, who are the VIP passengers on these vessels? Well, it depends on the trade route. The most common animals transported are cattle, sheep, and goats, but you might also find pigs, horses, and even camels on some routes. Australia and New Zealand are known for exporting cattle and sheep, while Brazil is a major player in the cattle trade. These animals are often sent to countries where the climate, land, or resources make it difficult to raise large herds. For example, many Middle Eastern countries import live animals for religious festivals and ceremonies. In Southeast Asia, there's a growing demand for high-quality meat, which has boosted the livestock trade in recent years. Let's talk routes. Livestock vessels don't just take a straight line from point A to point B. These journeys can take days or even weeks, depending on the destination. One of the busiest routes is from Australia to the Middle East, where cattle and sheep are transported regularly. Imagine being a sheep, traveling over 10,000 kilometers across the ocean. These ships have to navigate through various climates, from the warm waters of the Indian Ocean to the scorching heat of the Arabian Gulf. And yes, the crew on board are trained to care for the animals during the journey, ensuring they arrive healthy and ready for their new homes. But it's not all smooth sailing. The livestock shipping industry faces its share of challenges and controversies. Animal welfare is a major concern, with critics arguing that the long journeys can be stressful for the animals. There are also strict regulations in place to ensure that the animals are transported humanely. In recent years, there have been calls for better oversight and stricter rules to protect the animals. Some countries have even banned live exports during certain times of the year to prevent heat stress. So, what does the future hold for livestock vessels? As technology improves, we're likely to see more advanced ships with better facilities for animals. There's also a growing movement towards more sustainable and ethical practices in the industry. Who knows, maybe one day we'll see solar-powered livestock ships, or even floating farms that raise animals on the go. The possibilities are endless. So the next time you see a massive ship on the horizon, take a closer look. It might just be a floating farm full of cows, sheep, and more, on their way to the next stop on their global adventure. And remember, whether it's by land, air, or sea, the world of livestock transport is as fascinating as it is essential. See you next time.